everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. In last week's episode, we informed you that the pandemic period appointed by the government, which started in April and ends in September, is coming to an end. If your business has terminated any employee during the pandemic period, you must ensure that you have all of these records in hand prior to the expiry of the pandemic period. Number one, did you send a letter that clearly outlines the reasons for their termination, when the termination was enforced, and the appropriate statutory entitlements they will be receiving as a result of their termination? Two, has the business provided the appropriate statutory entitlements that the employee is entitled to? Three, did you provide them with all the relevant documents to prove that all the appropriate payments have been made, the appropriate documents have been given to them? If you have an employment agreement with your employee, and depending on the terms of the employment agreement, you may have to give the employee a different period of notice. For example, according to the Modern Award, if an employee has worked less than a year, you must give them 1 week's notice. Meaning that if you had terminated them, you have to give up to 1 week's of wages in advance for notice. When you check through the letter, please ensure that the proper regulatory requirements have been met. For example, has the right notice period been given? Did you pay out for the notice period if you wanted the employee to cease employment immediately? Depending whether you have employment agreement or the Modern Awards apply, different notice periods may be applicable. Please ensure and go through your letter to your employee to ensure that everything has been set out clearly for the employee and for yourself. The letter to the employee advising of their termination and the grounds for termination is very important, especially during the pandemic period. The reason is, if there's a clear record, it eliminates any misunderstanding or miscommunication that can occur between the employer and the employee. The Fair Work Ombudsman's website clearly sets out various steps the employer must follow if they have or they intend to terminate any employees during the pandemic period. Please check the Fair Work Ombudsman website, or should you require help from a lawyer, please feel free to contact MYG Legal and we will guide you through the necessary steps. We have been receiving vast number of inquiries regarding termination during the pandemic period. We hope our viewers will take our advice into consideration and double check their records and procedures to ensure that they are fully compliant with the government requirements. Thank you for watching our episode today. We hope you find it helpful. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and continue to get great information that's necessary to run a successful business in Australia. Thank you.